Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel in All Seasons Homestead. In case you are new here, I'm Joanna. Join me today for a little pre-spring decorating. 1 week ago here in Northeast Missouri, we've had temps from 5 degrees down to -5 and even some wind chills of -18 degrees. This week, in a short amount of time, we've hit the temperatures of between the 50s and 60s, so spring is definitely on its way. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit the 60s and then get more snow, but for now I'm enjoying this break. I've been working very slowly on cleaning out cabinets and deep cleaning rooms, and I'm very much in the spring cleaning mode, but because of homeschool, it's just a little bit here and a little bit there. I really should probably take a couple of days off and just get a big job done. But I'm trying to just do one place at a time so we don't get behind on school, because soon as garden season gets here, we will probably have to take some days off to get some spring cleaning outside done, as well as some seeds and transplants going. I'm really craving simplicity. I love the layered look and the artistic beauty of objects, but in this season of life, I need simplicity. On this little peg shelf, I had my line of creamers for Christmas, and I had little pieces of cedar branches in them, and I thought that was very simple for Christmas, and so I decided just to clean out the cedar and just leave it very simple in a line of creamers. I almost feel like my eyes need a rest at looking at layers of things and knowing that they are extra items that I need to dust and take care of, and just to have a straight line of something maybe boring at times, but for me it's just a mental relaxation of something very simple so I can focus my energy on the tasks I have for the day. I'm not really sure if that makes sense to anybody, if anybody's in the same boat, or maybe you are ready to decorate your house with lots of beautiful layers. I just feel like if I'm out in the garden and I have extra chores outside, I just want to be able to manage my house quickly to keep like one item on a coffee table or one item on this dresser right here. Let me know down in the comments, do you guys like simple decorations? Do you like the layered look? What style do you prefer? And here I'm just taking down the cedar branches from Christmas. I took out the lights a long time ago, and actually this part of my video right here is actually a couple of weeks old. I got rid of those cedar branches a while back. I tried to leave them as long as possible, and we really did not have any problems with pieces falling and getting stuck to our socks. But during the cleaning process, I made quite a big mess, and I think you even may have seen me pull a piece out of my sock. But I still loved the simple cedar look. And here, this is the only shelf that I decided I'm going to layer. And also let me know down in the comments if you like this look. Since this is a place that's up out of the way, it's not in our daily lives per se, it's just on the wall. It's not on, eating surfaces or cooking surfaces. It's never in my way. So this is the one shelf that I really like to dress up a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, but that vintage picture right there, it's very much springy to me. It has a shepherd and some sheep, and it's full of greens. I just really, really love that picture. It's one of my prized possessions. And then I just got some blue and green vintage books that I've already had, and I like to keep my oil lamps out. Sometimes I'll even just leave them up on the shelf all year and never move them, because it's just a very practical place to keep them, and then I don't have to store them away. But I do keep my oil lamps out through winter and spring, because there's still quite a lot of storms and your electricity goes out, and so they're just very handy right there. And then I'm going to switch out my brass candlesticks just for something a little bit more light and bright. And this wall I have a lot of trouble decorating. It's a very large, awkward wall. I've had lots of ideas, but I've just been keeping it very simple. And also I have to be very patient on finding things little by little that it actually can work on this wall. I have several bundles of lavender from last year's garden, so I decided just to hang a little bunch up over here. And I hope that it looks like spring. I know hydrangeas are used in the summer and fall, but I put this little glass with a plant start in it for another pop of green. Since there's nothing out in the garden yet and flowers haven't even started to grow, I just left the hydrangeas there. But I like how it looks. And here are my Valentine's flowers from my husband. And I'm going to steal the little baby's breath bundles out of it. And I'm going to see how they look over here in this little wall hanging basket. For a couple of years, I've had some dried hydrangeas and some eucalyptus in this little basket. But since I already have these baby breath plants, I decided to use them and just kept it very simple, and to me it looks very fresh. I kept it very simple this year, and actually this video is 2 or 3 days worth of just changing out little things here and there. I did not buy anything to make this video. I decided to be very frugal, and also because of time, I just didn't want to go out and buy anything. I did think of maybe buying some fake baby's breath or some faux tulips, but I decided just to use what I had and not put any more time or money into something, and just be patient and wait for the plants and the flowers to spring up in the garden, and then I will actually use real flowers to put in vases and flower pots and some pictures. Here I'm just cleaning down my window over my sink, and I just used a little bit of water and a tiny bit of dish soap on my rag, and this window gets splattered all the time, so I wipe it down quite often. But I went ahead and cleaned it again so I can decorate this little windowsill. And there's another oil lamp. Like I said, I keep my oil lamps out for a while. And I put 4 little objects, and those are some more plant starts. I will snip off of a plant, a mother plant, and then I will root them, and then I can replant them. And I thought the little chicken just looked more like spring, and it was very simple and white. This is another little spot I like to decorate. My table is one thing that I rarely decorate. I will switch out the doilies for table runners, but I don't usually use too many tablecloths because we just eat here, 3 to 6 times a day, snacks, and it's constantly getting wiped down. And I don't mind, spilling things on my tablecloths and washing them, but I just think it's a little bit more simple just to keep a doily or something as a centerpiece, and then that way it's just really quick to wipe down several times a day. Just one less thing to take care of in a busy season. But again, sometimes I put tablecloths out to show my family that I appreciate them, and just to have something pretty every once in a while. I don't really know if they care about that or notice that, or maybe they think it's just not practical. But once in a while, I want something pretty. So I tried this tablecloth that has some embroidery pink flowers, and it has been ironed, but since it was folded, it's creased. I decided to wait on this tablecloth maybe around April or March, or April. I said that backwards. I'm going to switch that tablecloth out and just use a more simple laced one. And I really liked how this one looked for the day, so I'm going to keep it as long as it stays clean. I have a couple of tablecloths that to me remind me more of spring, and then a couple that I use more in the fall. But overall, I think that I will just use this for a couple of days and then go back to my simple runner in the middle so I can easily wipe down the table. My mind always goes back to my grandma's house. She never spent a lot of money on new decorations and new items, but yet her house always had a welcoming, cozy feeling. And I love to rearrange and redecorate every once in a while. I like to itch my artistic side, but in the end, I like to be frugal and simple, so my energy is more on my family than objects, whether I need to buy them or constantly clean them and move them. So yes, I want my home to be pretty for my family, but the items are not more important than my family's needs. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and comment, and I'll see you next time.